What's up, guys? Rubber Skink here, doing my week 3 recruiting. My board should really be the exact same as it was last week. I actually had to go in and fix it because I had all the stupid computer assist on, so I actually just went back and fixed it exactly how it was before because that's how I wanted it. I'll just go ahead and dive right into it with this same JUCO sophomore outside linebacker. Um, Not to give away any games or anything, but the more I play, the more I realize my defense is awful. So, as much as I can, I know I've said it multiple times, but I'm going to try to get a lot of defensive players with this recruiting class, just so in the future I will have depth there. I'd rather have a decent offense and a good defense than the other way around, but um, hopefully some of these guys right through here start committing to me. Well, obviously not the punter or the tight end, but I'm talking about some of these defensive guys up here. Not first on any of their boards yet, but I am sneaking into a couple of their boards. 300 down to Texas right there. 360 down to Texas, but on both those guys, Texas hasn't offered them, so I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with these guys. This same Jim punter. It's always good to go after people when they're described as a Jim. Um, as as you can look through this, well, it won't let me go back to it here. But next time I go to offer a guy, I'll show you a little bit of my schedule, hopefully, so you can see that during the recruiting process. Press the wrong button. Here we go. Let's see if there's any kind of promise I can make to this guy. Let's see. Hey, won't sign another right here. Nice. 185 points. I don't know if it's going to show you my win-loss record, but at this point I don't think it matters. But if I go here to schedule a visit, here we go. As you can see, I'm in the Big 12, which is a really tough conference. Gonna have to play a bunch of tough teams in a row. Luckily, none of those are gonna be user games except Baylor, and I actually had one week 3 against Purdue. So y'all see how that goes when I start getting my games updated and put on YouTube. I need to schedule a visit right here, and I'll just go back to doing this. I really do like how they did put prospect choice in the game. It's pretty cool, even though sometimes they'll talk about something that they're not interested in, which doesn't make too much sense. It's still pretty cool to get a prospect choice bonus. But you would imagine if the prospect was going to talk about something, it was going to be something they were interested in. And that's not always the case, but okay, let's see. Tight end. It's hard to remember sometimes which players I'm actually going after, if that makes any sense at all, because I'm playing 4 or 5 online dynasties at the moment, and I also have an offline dynasty, and I've been playing a little bit off Heisman mode, but I do have work and other things going on, so I'm not just locked up in my room 24/7, but I'm trying to play as much as I can just to get good at the game and stuff like that. I'm really thinking this athlete's going to be mine. I look Oklahoma and LSU. I don't think they're going to offer him, and I'm actually pretty close to them right now. So I think this visit right here will actually put me over the top, and I'm actually going to do it this week. Most of the other ones I'll put off, but this one I'll actually go ahead and do right now and try to swoop this guy. I can't really say I'm swooping him away from those schools because they haven't even offered him, but I'll try to snag him up early so they won't even have a chance if they wanted to. Let's go here, go back. Oh wow, oh that's next week. Duh. Don't know what I was thinking. At this point, I've already played my user game at Baylor. Not going to give anything away, like I said, but it was an away game, so playing that game early doesn't really matter in this whole recruiting process. But most of the time, I try to do recruiting first, but This time I was a little bit lazy and didn't feel like putting my Astros into my computer and recording my recruiting first. And since it was a away game, it didn't matter. So you see the laziness come out. None of those I want to make a promise at this point. So I'll just do this right here. 5 whole points. Great. I'm really liking this guard right here. I really need to do some more scouting on him as I'm only 10%, but he's looking like a solid prospect. He's got the size and the weight and stuff, even coming straight out of high school, which on this game they'll make him undersized and they'll grow as they progress through their college career, but this guy's already got some good size, so he'll just keep growing, which I think's even better. I like having big guards. I like having tall tackles, strong tackles, but I like having just big Carl Nick size guards. So hopefully that'll help me out. Still says I'm not rated on this guy, but I would imagine I'm somewhere in there, 4th, 5th, 6th. It's just not showing us. A 68 overall, 4-star quarterback. And that is before I've scouted him really at all, so that's really confusing. I guess I was just looking at the star rating before when I put him this high on my board, but 68 overall is really not very good. Like, you could get a low 3-star recruit on NCAA 12 and he would be 68 overall, so hopefully that number goes up. I'll actually probably use some scouting this week on him, so just to see. I'll just have to make a mental note of that. I'm almost done with recruiting, so hopefully I won't forget that between now and then. If I do forget it, y'all can just laugh and know that I just screwed up really badly. Let's see. I'm really trying to help my O-line out as well, because I think I had a couple of seniors graduating, but other than those two, maybe 1 or 2 seniors, my offensive line really wasn't that good either. I've got I guess it's called an impact player, but they have the little star under them when you're playing with them. It's my running back, my quarterback, and I think maybe my safety. And I'm guessing they're all seniors, so, but no one really on defense is that great, so I don't even remember if it was my safety. It actually might have been my wide receiver or something like that. Last week I actually forgot to go in and offer these guys, so I'll just use my 10 minutes this week on offering all 3 of these guys right here. It's not really that big of a deal, but I was looking for offensive linemen that it said pass block, and I was looking to make sure that their pass block was better when I added them to my board than run block, because Texas Tech, I don't think they call it an air raid. I know Houston and teams like that, they run the air raid, but I forgot what Texas Tech calls it, but it's basically an air raid. It's a lot of passing plays. So if you have good pass blocking offensive linemen, I don't know really how much it helps, but I don't know. It just makes me feel like I'm doing something better. So, and I'm using my last 10 minutes of recruiting right here. Maybe, well, I guess it doesn't really matter here either, but as you can see right there, it says pass rusher. I do try to get pass rushing defensive ends instead of run stoppers. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. So, alright, you guys can't laugh at me. I'm going to go use an hour of scouting on this guard that I said I was going to use it on. And what do you know? He goes down 6 and it's going to say bust as soon as oh, there it goes. Well, I guess my thoughts were wrong about that guy. I'm still going to keep him on my board as I've got other 66 offensive linemen, but it's kind of a blow. I actually thought somebody really, really good wanted to play for Texas Tech at the beginning. Hey, +4. I'll take it. Because he was one of the guys I think that had me first on his list since the beginning of the season, so Hey, they both went up, even though my offensive guard I was wanting to be good wasn't very good. And I'm going to use the rest of the time on this quarterback right here. And what do you know? He goes down 2. So I actually might go find a replacement for that quarterback. 65 overall is really not what I'm wanting in a quarterback. I'll have to go do that. I'll take a look. I think I actually have one more guy on my board. But that's going to end it for this week's recruiting. So I'll fix my board up, play some games, and upload some more videos. And I'll see you guys next week.